called a 12-minute run for distance, and they do it every 6 months or so, and you measure yourself. You run for 12 minutes, and you see how far you can go.
Okay, that's pretty simple.
Right, that's all there is to it. And you try to beat your previous distance.
Can I ask a question about your facility, Kelly?
Certainly.
You know me, with my knees, I don't run.
Right.
Could I power walk?
Yeah, you can power walk.
Do some people power walk?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can power walk.
Do you look down your nose at them?
Always.
But you're not supposed to, because it's supposed to be about a community of getting fit.
That's right.
But that's never what it actually is.
We lift up. We're builders. We're not tear downers. We're build uppers.
The coaches, I believe that. The rest of you.
That's right. Yes, you can power walk, or they have a couple of bicycles. You could do it that way on the bike.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or you could they have something called a strider, which I've done once too, which is kind of like you hold on to two bars and you walk at the same time.
So arms and legs.
Mm-hmm. You can do it that way too if you have any kind of injury, or you can do it. Well, there's a woman who goes there named Cindy Farmer. She's a local TV anchor. And
longtime friend of the show.
I'm a big fan.
Before the show.
Yeah. And
before there was a show.
That's right.
She was a friend.
We're friends. She's a very nice lady, and she does the Fox affiliate here locally. She's on right now. And she posted, we go to the gym together. I see her there once in a while. She usually goes at a time I'm not there, but occasionally we see each other. And she posted her time on her social media. Mm-hmm. And she said, I got my new personal record in the 12-minute run for distance. So Chris Demm just mentioned that. She goes, oh, he said, Cindy Farmer just got her personal record. And I said, what'd she get? Because I wanted to see if I beat her.
And I wasn't sure which number to look at. I was hemming and hawing, and Kelly's like, what's the number?
What's the number? Well, I beat her by like 0.1%.
Yes.
Now, it was not my personal best. I've come off my personal best. COVID.
You're going in the other direction.
I am. Well, I have to blame COVID. Although I told my son, we did it yesterday. It was his first time doing it. And I said, I was faster last time around before COVID. And I feel like I left some in the tank. I feel like I can get back there. My friend Young Mike made a personal challenge to me, and I tied him. He had done his early in the day, and I did mine in the afternoon. I tied him. But I feel I can do better next time around. So Chris Demm gave me the number. I beat her by 0.1%. So I was like in here flexing.
Yeah, I noticed.
And then Chris Demm said, but she did it with a mask. Occasionally those classes you have to wear a mask. Most of them now you don't have to, but some are still requiring. So she wore a mask. I went to one where you didn't have to wear the mask.
Free oxygen.
That's right. And we're talking about a 60-year-old woman.
And it's sad to watch you who's so pumped about it.
I know.
Well, my rate was higher.
Yeah.
Huh?
Please let me beat her. Please let me beat her. Please let me beat her.
You're about 2 feet taller than she is. Of course, your legs are long.
Fact. Absolute right. To me, it's the toughest one. They'll do things they're called benchmarks, and there are about 7 or 8 of them. One is like run a mile as fast as you can. To me, the 12-minute run for distance is the hardest because you're on there for 12 minutes. It's like a mental game. How fast can you go?
Do you start at your fastest, or do you try to pace yourself and maintain?
The wisdom is, and the advice is, start at something you can maintain for 12 minutes and get like slightly faster as you go. That's what I did yesterday, which I think was the right way to go. I felt good at the end. I felt like I could give more. My son started as fast as he could go and gassed himself out. Yeah, and so he beat me, but barely. And he usually beats me more than Cindy. And he was
talking about a 16-year-old boy.
Yes, we are.
You're measuring yourself against a 60-year-old woman and a 16-year-old boy.
And they both beat me. That's right. That's what I'm doing. And my son was so disappointed. He's like, no, I was way off. He got the vaccine earlier this week. He still doesn't quite feel himself. Yesterday was his first day back. Oh. He's okay, but, he's been like, bleh for a few days. And he said, no, I'm disappointed. He didn't want to put it in the challenge tracker. But I made him. Yeah, but I made him. I said, do it because it was his first time. Now, next time he'll shoot for that and try to get better. And they keep the challenge tracker for you. But Cindy Farmer, about a week ago, if you ever go as fast as you've ever gone before on the treadmill, they ask you, anybody got any personal records today? And they'll take your picture and put it on social media when you're done. Like, even if you only run it for 30 seconds, if it's as fast as you've ever gone.
It's up there.
Yeah. So she said, she ran first. I was doing something else. And they said, any personal records today? And Cindy said, I got
her hand went up.
Her hand went up. And I was like, God darn, Cindy, what'd you do? What'd you do this time? And she said, Fastest I've ever gone on the treadmill. And they said, what, how fast did you go? And she's like, 10.1. Everybody's like, woo, Cindy. But what I was doing was, oh no, Cindy, you're not passing me on this. So I intentionally ran 10.2 that day.
Wow.
I let her see it. I was like, take a look.
Take that, woman, my senior.
But you're just holding it over her.
Take a look right there.
Like
Cindy.
a psycho.
Oh, did I leave that up there? Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez. Oh, for everybody to see.
Is that a 10.2 I just ran?
Am I on social media? You don't have to. I mean,
That's not my fastest. That's not my fastest,
No.
but I just wanted to
Anybody
show.
want to take my picture?
Yeah. I just wanted to show I could go 10.2 while
Yeah.
Cindy goes 10.1. Everybody's congratulating her. I walk out. I'm like, yeah, I'm faster than you. I'm just a little bit faster. She's a woman in her 60s. Okay, that's right.
What a sad start.
Yeah.
now,
I was afraid.
speaking of your boy, I don't know if you want to get into this now. I know he had a significant issue with the high school final exam.
Exams, yes. Well, the teacher cut him a break. Yeah, I told this yesterday.
The ultimate break.
Let me tell you. I told this yesterday, if you missed it. My son, 2 days ago, was scheduled to take his exam. It's virtual now. Yesterday, he had to go to the school. There was a couple he had to take where he literally had to be in the school, so he went. But a couple of days ago, he could take this one online, and he had until midnight to do it. And he had since Monday, so he basically had 3 days to do it. Midnight was the cutoff a couple of days ago. And about 3 o'clock, he says to me, my wife wasn't home, he says, I'm going to play basketball and lift weights at my friend's house. I was like, fine. I said, do you have anything? He goes, I have an exam, but I have till midnight to take it. I was like, go, man. He goes, I'll take it like after dinner at 7 o'clock. I said, beautiful. Go ahead. Enjoy. You know me.
Leave me alone.
Right. I had Charlie's Angels and friends all lined up.
I am done parenting for the day.
That's it.
Right. I got home. He said, I'm going over to Marshall's. That's his friend. We're going to lift weights and play ball for a couple hours.
Go for it.
Have you ever witnessed him and Marshall lifting weights? So they have like a hardcore rap just thumping in the background the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
I've not seen it, but yes.
I bet they're playing DMX, Rip, Pumping Iron. If you're familiar with one of DMX's first videos,
We all are.
I bet it
Go
looks
ahead,
like
Cindy Farmer does this a lot. By
I
the
bet
way.
they're it looks like the beginning of the Rough Riders anthem.
Yep.
DMX is in like a prison yard lifting weights. That's what I picture.
Yeah.
Them bumping DMX and just pumping iron.
Well, apparently they do. He's trying to get bigger. You know, he's trying to get some muscle mass. I said, go, man. Go do it. They're going to play ball a couple hours. Said I'll be back about 5:30.
Youth.
Yeah. He said, I'll eat dinner. I'll take the exam at 7 o'clock. I said, do it, man. Do it. So he goes. He does that. Comes back home. I mentioned this yesterday. My wife comes in. She said, do you think it was smart to let him go and lift weights and play basketball when he had an exam to take? I said, I sure do. He has.
So what?
He has until midnight to take that
Just
exam.
pointed to the clock. Well, nobody has clocks anymore. You just kind of pointed to the
That's right. I said,
the Apple Watch.
check your Apple Watch. He's still got 6 hours to take this exam. We have dinner and everything. He goes upstairs. My wife says, and you still think it was a good idea for him to go? I said, yes, I do. I said, what could go wrong? And at that moment, I heard his footsteps coming down the stairs, and he says, we have a problem.
We have a big problem.
I'm locked out of my exam. What? Yeah, I was supposed to take it by 5, not by
The deadline was 2 hours ago.
Did you ever ask him where he got midnight?
He told me every assignment all year, if they say it's due on Wednesday, it meant by midnight. He said every single
So
time.
you can you can milk every minute of the previous day.
It's really 11:59 and 59 seconds. That's what. Yes, and he said, I promise you, this teacher, and every teacher, if it's due Thursday, that means by 11:59 and 59 seconds. You have that long. This time he didn't say, so my son just assumed. And of course, my wife said, well, why didn't you? I mean, oh my God. She was so mad at him and me.
Yeah.
And she said, you didn't think to check the time. And he's like, Mom, I swear it's always midnight. And,
Is he checking himself in the mirror, by the way, flexing?
oh yeah. You ought to see it. Yeah, absolutely. He's like, Mom, God, chill. You know that. And,
Do parents like that?
no, well, she doesn't.
No, I don't think any.
Being told to chill?
Right.
Look, I don't think any woman likes to be told to calm down in any fight.
Ain't that the truth?
That's literally throwing gas on a fire.
Don't
Can
ever.
you just calm it down?
Ain't that the truth?
The only thing worse is stop acting crazy. What did you say? You want to say crazy? That's how that goes.
That's right. So she's mad. I mean, she's torn up about it. And well, by the way, then he went outside later, or he was not with us. And she goes, "What do you think his punishment should be?" And I said, "None. This is just a mistake." Because he's got all the.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's shooting hoops in the driveway.
He was shooting hoops in the driveway, and she goes, "Well, look at him out there shooting basketball in the driveway." And here he's just missed this exam. And he goes, "What?" She goes, "What do you think his punishment should be?" You know, he's got this big basketball tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She said, "I think he should have to skip that tournament." And I said, "You know, just a mistake. Just a mistake now."
We've already paid for that.
But it is a high school final.
Well, it is. It is. But I believed him when he said every single one of them was at midnight. And when she asked him, "Why didn't you check the time?" He said he thought when he clicked on the link to check the time, it would start the clock and make him take it right then. You know, as soon as you get in, you have 2 hours. Now, as soon as he clicked it, it said you had until 5 o'clock to take it. It's you're locked out.
Yeah.
The teacher was nice enough. Listen to what he got. He had 2 previous exams, the midterm and I guess one other big test. He said, "I'm just going to take the average of those 2 and make that your grade." Now,
That's called I'm done with this year.
Good Lord. Wow.
he is to teaching what I am to parenting.
I feel like teachers at this point are like, you know what? I'm not even gonna. That or he wasn't the only one who thought maybe he had till midnight.
Maybe.
And
Maybe.
But
he got
normally-
inundated with parental complaints.
But I remember the days when the exam was 50% of your grade, 30% of your final
This
grade.
one was 20% of his grade.
Yeah.
It was 20. And, I don't think they take the exams as seriously anymore. He said some of them do it where if you take the exam, it can only help you. If you score below, and maybe this is because of COVID. And
They eliminate it?
yeah, if
score,
you
if it's
score
low?
below, they just eliminate it. And you only take it if it can help you. You only count the grade if it can help you. Now, when we were in school, that was not the case. The
No.
exam was...
I don't remember that, but
Oh, no. They didn't do that back then.
But I mean, even when I was in school, you heard of social promotions where they just want to keep you coming through the system. They don't want you in there any longer than you have to be.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I think now...
Doesn't matter if you learn.
Well,
just move through.
I think there's mollycoddling going on where they want to...
Mollycoddling?
I think there's mollycoddling where they think these poor children can't be stressed to take a test. I just saw a couple of... Was it California doesn't even require the SAT anymore?
Are they not?
I think it's
You
California.
have to on that, I think.
That's a college thing.
Well, I understand, but I think
But high school doesn't require you to take it.
I don't think they want to pressure you.
That can't be for every school, right?
I think it's every state school in California. You no longer have to take the SAT.
So you can just go to college out there?
Well, they look at your grades,
Yeah.
but they no longer require you to test. I don't know if it's a offshoot of coronavirus and them being at home or whatnot, but I think they don't want to pressure the children by having them take tests.
I'm just wondering if this teacher... and I don't blame them.
Yeah, maybe.
At the end of the year, you've been Zooming this and some in person, and you're just like, you know what?
Well, what a break.
You didn't Venmo him some cash, did you? Or
No.
What a break.
2 guys named Chris
Yeah.
Weiser?
That's a $35 value.
It is.
Okay.
I told you I did terrible in school, as we know, and I took geometry 3 times.
Yeah,
I failed it 2 times.
that's right.
And I was a senior in geometry, which is a freshman sophomore class. And the teacher in that looked at me and was like, "You don't need to be in here."
Right.
And I spent the whole year running errands for him. I'd
Dry cleaning.
I'd
Oh,
do
this is a dry
laundry.
cleaner.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd pick up his dry cleaning. I'd get him breakfast. I'd get him a paper. And at the end of the year, I had a B on the final. And I was like, I didn't know it. I was like, I didn't even know any of that. And I'm positive he took the final for me.
I'm sure you're right.
Yeah.
Even
Only
he
got
could-
a B?
He can only get
And
a B.
yeah, we couldn't give me an A.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, because I remember towards the end of the year, I was like, I just want to tell you, I don't know anything. And he's like, don't worry about it.
Get you through. Get you through.